YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about Washington Commanders Day 4 of training camp. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media links down below in the description. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Louis. I'm about to fuck this joint up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. When I hop in the booth, they fuck with my sound. Put that shit on the scale, we taxing pound for pound. Nigga keep this and put them in the ground. My shit in your ear and tell me how it sound. A nigga too smart can catch me out of bounds. Let's go. That bitch got cooked like some chicken. And he lying, he not rapping what he living. Yeah, that's my cousin, but this shit a business. Work that bitch out just like we doing fitness.
So, we're going to start this video off by talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. As we may have heard, if you're on Twitter or any social media outlet, Jalen Hurts stunk up the jump yesterday, okay? The whole offense was just bad. It was countless turnovers and incompletions. Jalen Hurts had an interception where he threw it into double coverage or something like that. And then you have two of your biggest stars fighting, i.e. Darius Slay and A.J. Brown getting into it. So, overall, not a good day at Philadelphia training camp, right? Now, I ain't going to be the typical, rival fan and say, oh, Jalen Hurts stinks. For me personally, that's why you haven't heard me talk much about Jalen Hurts being bad, because the jury's still out on him. A lot of people want to be quick to say he can't throw the football, which may be true, but I don't want to personally myself hop on that bandwagon just yet. I still want to watch him play and see how he performs. Now, obviously, I hope he performs bad because he plays for the Eagles, and I don't want to see the Eagles be good, but I ain't just going to jump on the bandwagon and just say he's trash. Now, I ain't going to praise the guy like the Eagles fans do. They're already praising this guy as if he's just the next coming of Jesus Christ. The jury's still out on him. Just let him go out there and perform. Hopefully he stinks, but I ain't gonna say he stinks just yet. But I mean, he's not off to a good training camp so far. I mean, apparently, according to Eagles reporters, he was terrible yesterday. So let me just think about that part of the video. Now let's get into our training camp, man. Commanders Day 4 recap. How's everybody's day going so far? Mine is going well. So first tweet of the day from Zach Selby, my God. Team going through red zone drills. Wentz delivers a strike to Cole Turner in the end zone. Turner got dapped up by Juan Castillo after the play too. Now, I'm going to continue to say this. As you guys know, Cole Turner was my favorite pick from this past draft class. And I think we're going to lean on him heavily to start the season just because of the injury to Logan Thomas. And I have high expectations for this guy. This guy is going to be really, really good, I believe. So, next tweet says, next touchdowns of the day comes from De'Ami Brown. Heineke was at quarterback delivering the time. So it's good to see this offense getting off to a really good start to start the morning. And they're building off that strong day that they had yesterday. And De'Ami Brown building off that day that he had yesterday too, man. De'Ami's going to be in for a big year too. Next tweet says, Derek Forrest has been getting a lot of praise from Chris Hurst in 11-on-11 period. He stopped up two runs played so far. So again, we're gonna need a big training camp and preseason from Derek Forrest. This guy is a candidate for the Buffalo nickel. And he's been having a really strong training camp so far. So hopefully he can continue it, and who knows, maybe he'll become that Buffalo nickel for the Washington Commanders this season. Next tweet, Sam Howell scrambles for the touchdown, working with the third team, ending the session on a high note for the offense. Next up is 9-on-9. Cole Turner has gotten 2 targets in the red zone so far today, both ending in touchdowns. Turner told me that that's an area of his game that he takes pride in the most. So again, we know we drafted Cole Turner out of Nevada, 6'6". This is what he does. He's a red zone threat. He's a former wide receiver turned tight end. And we know Carson Wentz loves his tight ends. I mean, going back to his Philly days and Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, and then go to last year with the Colts, Mo Alley-Cox. Think about Cole Turner as his Mo Alley-Cox, at least for the time being until Logan Thomas is back. So again, I have high expectations for Cole Turner, and I really like to see him perform well. First offense just got done with the 2-minute drill. Wentz hits Dodson in the end zone on a 4th down as time expires. Love to see it. Love to see us working on our 2-minute game. Hopefully we can be unpredictable this year and not just go 2-minute hurry up and up tempo when we need to be, and do it, mix it up throughout the game. Like earlier in the first quarter, second quarter, go up tempo just to throw the defense off a little bit. Be unpredictable, Sky Turner. Okay. Second team going through 2-minute drills now. Heineke opens up with the sideline pass to De'Ami Brown, who makes a really nice catch before stepping out of bounds. Love to see it. Shout out to two for making a great catch. Curtis Hodges just scored a really impressive touchdown with 2 defenders, 2 drives for the offense during the 2-minute drills, 2 touchdowns. So shout out to Curtis Hodges for making the play. I think he may make the practice squad. I don't know if he's going to make the active roster, but he's been having a really strong camp, and it's great to see. Kick return drills are happening right now. Players back there is Alex Erickson, Dax Milne, Jaquan Ezard, McGowan, and Jared Patterson. So I'm happy about that, as you guys can tell by my face. Jared Patterson back there returning kicks, man. I love to see it because you guys know that's my guy. And I hope we keep fullbacks because my man Jared Patterson deserves to make this roster. He's shown last year that he can make this roster as a running back. But I believe if he doesn't make the roster as a running back, this may be his way to show that he can return kicks. You remember last year in the preseason, he was doing that at times, and last year in training camp, especially at the open practice. So hopefully this year, if he can't be that 4th running back, or if they don't want to cut him, they don't want to expose him to the rest of the league, but they don't want to quite keep him, you might have to keep 4, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you may have to keep 4 running backs just because, you know, Jared Patterson, again, and I'm not being biased. I know it may sound like it, but I personally feel like he's shown enough to make this roster last year. So hopefully he could get the kick return nod. But it may be Dax Milne, honestly. If it's not Jared Patterson, I would prefer to be Dax Milne too, because he's a guy that showed he can do a lot as a slot guy last year, and now he's getting the opportunity to show if he can be that punt return / kick return guy. Why? Because we know we love killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Same thing we did with DeAndre Carter last year. So shout out to Jared Patterson, man. Hopefully he can make this roster, or Dax Milne for that matter too. Next thing coming up for Zach Selsby, as he's tweeting as practice is winding down for the day. Let me scroll back down. Because they're doing the press conferences now. So next tweet says Benjamin St. Juste just had a really nice PBU while working against Erickson in the end zone. So shout out to Benjamin St. Juste, a guy that I think is going to be in for a really, really strong year too if he can stay healthy. Remember at times before he got hurt last year, he showed that he could really shut things down. So I personally believe that may be the last tweet. Let me double check here. Again, obviously that's for Zach Selsby. Let's go check someone else. Let's see if JP Finley has more tweets. If not, we'll get out of here. And it looks like it'll be a short day for today's training camp recap. Now let's look here. JP Finley says, I don't believe Curtis Samuel has taken any snaps in 11-on-11 or 9v9s. Not exactly a surprise after Rivera comments on the wide receiver from yesterday, taking it slow. So again, yeah, guys, don't panic about Curtis Samuel not being out there. They just want to take him slow. And although he say he feels perfectly fine, nothing is wrong, it's nothing wrong with just being precautionary, you know, and you just don't want an episode that happened last year, knock on wood, to happen again. So I agree 100% with taking it slow with Curtis Samuel. So some live field goal kicking today. Joey Slye was 4 for 4, including a 50-yard bomb. Was one high snap though. So you know Joey Slye was the guy that filled in for us last year, late in the season after we went through that kick at debacle. First Dustin Hopkins, and then what was the guy's name? Chris Blewett, and then you had Brian Johnson because Joey Slye, you know, hurt his hamstring, and then you got Joey Slye back. It was a whole kick at debacle, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it seems like we finally may have found our guy in Joey Slye. So I'm excited about that. Facing the 4th and 10 from the 20, Wentz throws a high laser to Dodson, hauls it in for a touchdown, a lot of zips. So it's pretty much the same tweets that Zach Selsby's have said. I thought it may have been something different, but maybe they cut practice short today. Who knows, just because it's the weekend. But yeah, man, let me try to think about this video in the comment section down below. As always, it's been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Run the road to 5,000 subscribers. So that subscribe button again if you haven't already. It's me, boy, One Gotti. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you poppin', get you droppin'. Slide on the one where they get you locked on. I ain't stopping till I get me an autumn.